That gets me. Bullshit, it's for my own good. My own good was playing with my pet earlier, having fun.
Yeah.
Fuck you, killing him's for my own good.
And Richard, instead of going to those people and being like, fuck you guys, you are not doing this. So Richard, instead of going and screaming at these people and being like, the fuck you are, he runs back out to the field or wherever the fuck he and Gretch were before, and he just starts screaming for him. Knowing if the sisters end up getting there before he does, Gretch is done for, even if they don't get close, because they'll just be like, boop, lightning.
Yeah, with what they're capable of, Gretch has no chance. He's big and strong, but they don't have to get anywhere near him to hurt him. Like Jade said, lightning. They could use fire. They could do that sharp air trick where they concentrate the air. Literally any number of things.
They could probably clap the air around him while he's flying. Yeah. Dicks.
That's that's so sad.
Like they thought of that. Like it didn't just come out of my brain.
Well, yeah. It gets worse. Here we go.
Yeah, no, I have to laugh right now because this is not good, guys.
This is where
bad
it
territory
all went south. Yeah, okay. So we do end up here with a very Old Yeller moment.
Like, super Old Yeller. I haven't even seen that fucking movie. You know I know why? Because I know I'm gonna cry.
Because she doesn't want to.
And I don't want to cry. Because why? No.
But
no.
It's worse. This is worse.
It is worse.
The dog in this instance is not only crying and trying to hug his boy, but he also keeps telling him that Gretch lug Retchard. And it's fucking sad.
It is the worst thing ever.
It fucking rips your heart right out. It's just Richard telling, like, all these mean things. He tells him that, I don't love you anymore, and he's hucking rocks at Gretch. And then, you know, he's telling him, hey, if you really love me, you'll do this thing, and you'll go away. Get out of here, you big dumb animal. And it's, Terry, goddamn, man. You got there. There's been a lot of emotional things throughout these books, but Richard telling Gretch to go away is hard to read.
As Gretch is sitting there sobbing and telling him that he loves him and trying to hug him. Are you fucking kidding me? I didn't need that. I didn't need that.
She just, I didn't need it. I don't want it. Chapter 62 is off the books. We are ripping this one out.
Done. Finally, Gretch gets the message and he flies away like my happiness while I was listening to this chapter.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, I know. I was crying a lot.
I was there. Cheers, JD.
Oh,
it's okay.
Like legit crying. I'm not even joking. This wasn't like, oh, there's a tear slipping out of my eye. I was on the other side of the room, like.
I was not exaggerating when I said Jade started ugly crying. And I use that term very loosely because I don't think you're ugly at all.
Well,
but that cry, that was something.
I am never giving up my pets. I swear to God. I will rip anybody's face off if they try to make me do this. And we're not there yet, but his treatment of Pasha is undeserved after this. She deserves to burn in a fire.
We will get there. So Richard is torn up after he left. And fuck, man, I think we all know why. On his walk back to the palace, he pulls out the locket of Kaelin's hair. And suddenly, he has a flash of understanding, and suddenly understands that Kaelin did what she did to save him. She had said the same thing to him that he had just said to Gretch, and he cannot believe that the collar made him doubt her.
Honestly, I could not summon the emotional wherewithal to be happy for him in this moment. He's suddenly overwhelmed with joy at the fact that she actually does love him, despite losing his best friend. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Somebody that I can't see thousands of miles away might love me, but I just lost my best friend who is right here forever.
And who did love me, and I'm alone now, and ugh.
I mean, I get that he loves Kaelin, and you understand why he's happy about that, but, like, right at that exact moment, I don't see me becoming overjoyed. Hey, she loves me! shit, I gotta, like, not bury, Gratch isn't dead, but, like, your friend is gone. The only connection you had to the outside world in any capacity, the only person you could talk to and not be judged from, that's here with you right now, was Gratch, and he's gone.
And I mean, it resolves it by saying he just hopes Gratch will understand someday, just like he does now, even though he's not, like, a human with a fully functioning brain. But also, even if he doesn't, he'll be safe and he'll be better off. So his happiness over the revelation about Kaylin overwhelms the sad. Like, okay. But it's like a super fast turnaround. Like, I get being like, oh, that's a good thing to note. But I wouldn't, like, flip like that. I think most people would maybe sit with that information overnight, and then the next day, like, some of the grief would wear off from the other thing, and you could allow yourself to be, like, happy again. But it is a really fast flip of emotions for Richard.
There is no amount of beer that could make me instantly go, oh my god, my dog just died. Well, sure glad that's over. Let's head into town, fellas.
I'm gonna be able to get some pussy when I get back. It's gonna be great. Nope.
Nothing. I'm sorry.
But, you know what? I think beer could help now.
Well, it certainly can't hurt.
It's time for the beer break, folks.
Okay, so for this beer break, we are actually drinking more than one kind of beer. Look, the holidays are technically over. I mean, technically, you'll be listening to this on a Wednesday, which means you have 2 more days of 2020 to fight through. We believe in you. But since we had to get rid of the rest of this beer, and 2020 has literally been the worst fucking year ever, we decided that we got to get through the rest of these things. And there are 4 of them. So, hey, double up.
Double fisting our way through the new year, people.
We read this chapter and we're like, yeah, well, we're going to have to drink heavy for this one, because goddamn. And so we are. So the first one I have here is Imperial Milk Stout. Nothing too fancy. Look, it's just a solid stout. Little milk in there to make it creamy. Little cocoa in there to make it a little chocolatey. Nothing too extreme. And it is fine.
Fine.
It's fine. You know, it's not the greatest thing. I definitely had better in this multi-pack. But it's like, it's your solid go-to. I could drink this year-round, and it wouldn't be an overly Christmas thing.
Okay, I think we actually have gotten that one off the shelf before, just as it is.
Yeah.
The second beer is the Imperial Triple... The second one we have is the Imperial Triple Layer Decadence Milkshake Stout. Now, you can't really see it because the label's really dark, but they do have, like, the frosting on there, and I didn't really realize it when I opened it. This beer is 7.5%. It has fucking coconut in it. This is basically the beer version of the German chocolate cake with the fucking coconut on the top. And I gotta tell you, not my favorite.
Nope.
Don't like. It's an okay beer. I don't mind coconut in my beer. I drank most of this. I don't like the cake though. So
I'm surprised. I was gonna say I'm surprised you're saying that because you hate the cake.
Yeah,
you don't not like the cake. You hate the cake.
And I don't like coconut in most things, but I mean, it's okay with chocolate and beer, I think. Yeah.
I will drink this beer all day long. I love coconut and chocolate, and specifically coconut and chocolate together. Yeah, I'm a Mounds guy. Sue me. But I find nothing wrong with this beer.
Nate likes the Mound.
If you smell it, it smells just like a Mounds bar. It's delicious.
Yeah, also not a fan of those. So. But I don't hate the beer. It's a good beer.
So that's what we're drinking on right now. I think we are going to have to do one more beer break before the end of this episode to finish it all up. But in the meantime, we're going to finish these, and we'll be back right after this. And we are back. So, Richard is on his way back to the palace when he runs into the search party. And he tells him, look, don't bother, Gratch is gone, you don't need to worry about it anymore. But they don't believe him, right? But he doesn't care, because he's still on Cloud 9, because Kaylin loves him.
And, like, who cares if they're going to waste their time? He's like, all right, fucking go ahead.
Yeah, he knows for sure Gretch is gone, but still, I'd be like, hey, don't hunt him down. I just did a super terrible thing to make him go away. He is leaving.
Yeah.
If you kill him, that ends our truce, and y'all know what happens if our truce is ended.
Yeah, I feel like maybe his happy revelation may have changed his mood a little bit, but it would have been maybe a little bit more impactful if he would have come back all upset and sad and angry face and be like, he's fucking gone. Fuck with me today.
That'll keep
Find
them
out.
all yeah, fuck around and find out, exactly. Well, that would put them all on edge for sure. Just watching him sulk into his room, not saying shit to anybody, slamming the door once he gets here. And then everybody is left in the palace just wondering, did we finally push him too far? Like,
yeah.
Is this it? Are we all going to die now?
Oh, we fucked up. We should have let him keep his pet.
Yeah, in fact, no, he has almost the opposite reaction to any of this. He buys this gold necklace for Pasha in town, which he presents to her as soon as he sees her.
Yeah.
She's all worried that he's pissed off at her, but he tells her, no, I'm not mad. In fact, thank you, Pasha. You made me realize that Kaylin's my woman.
Yeah. Yeah, at first it was like he's being way nicer to her than she deserves after condemning his bestie to death. But then I realized that might actually be a worse punishment in the end.
Oh, yeah, just making her live with the fact that you're never going to get this. So,
yeah, it's all your fault.
Yeah, exactly. It is all your fault. You deserve to feel terrible about this. And I'm glad that you do. You bitch.
Pasha gets frosty with him and tells him that he will forget her eventually. And Richard tells her that she has her pick of men, but he's just not the one for her. And then, weirdly, adds, maybe if I live to be 100. Like, what?
Yeah, that, I don't have any idea why you throw, if I'm old and decrepit and on my deathbed and Kaylin's already gone and you're still here for whatever fucking reason, then maybe.
Yeah.
Like, why? Why give it any life?
Yeah, it was a weird fucking comment. And then, even more weird, she smiles at him and then says, okay, then I'll wait. And Richard doesn't question it.
Yeah, well, whatever. Just like Gratch leaving and like him turning his emotions around so fast. He does that twice now. He's just like, well, okay, glad that's done. Totally unlike him, if you ask me.
You wouldn't turn around and be like, wait, why are you okay with it? I'm not going to live till 100. Don't keep your hopes up. I just tried to quash your hopes. No, he's just like, oh, she's totally fine with that. That's fine. Cool. Great.
So in the coming days, Richard was in a super chipper mood, giving everyone compliments and trying his hardest in his lessons. Gotta get the collar off ASAP so he can go get his lady. He ends up going to see Warren again since he hadn't checked in for a little bit. Now, Warren, being Warren, is extremely happy to see him and has some new info for Richard. He confirms that the Stone of Tears is in fact just one of the multiple locks on the Keeper, so no sweat there, and that only one in this world with both sides of the gift can actually do the releasing. So like, we're good, baby. Just chill. We are fine. Now, people with just additive, they can cause some fuckery and they can tear the veil and whatnot, but they can't actually let him out.
Yeah.
So we're way further away from a huge disaster than we had initially thought. Because it sounds bad. The veil is torn. Well, that shouldn't be something that's torn.
No.
We should put that back.
Yeah.
Probably right away. But it's like, it's okay. Like we were talked about before. If he had a way to do it right now, he would be here right now. And since he's not, that must mean that it's still not possible for him.
Right. And there's only a very few people that could actually let him out.
Right. Richard being one of them.
Yes.
and I don't think he's going to do that.
Yeah,
so...
well, he's kind of locked up right now, so he's in a safe place. Warren mentions that the color of the stone is black, and Richard tells him, actually, it's amber. Warren tells him,
dummy,
that is actually really fucking cool, because that means it was touched by the tears of a wizard, and it makes agents of the Keeper, like, repulsed by it. They don't want to fucking touch it. So we're like golden now. We're in great territory.
Probably smells like a Celtish bed. Hey yo.